well. I'm having a bit of a sneezing fest right now, so if I sound a little bit congested, that's what's going on. I definitely feel my spring allergies. And I also might be a bit echoey because I've started to like move some stuff around in the office. If you guys haven't watched my like home renovation part 1 video, go check that out. I'm doing a little DIY move around of our office. So I started doing some of the furniture moving and just getting everything cleaned up and organized, which is very exciting. But today I thought we would talk about a few of the spring goodies that I have introduced into my routine. Some of them are newer products, some of them are just newer products to me, but I thought it'd be fun to share them since these are kind of like the new and exciting things that I've been trying out. With summer coming around the corner, it will be here before we know it. I've really like amped up my exfoliation game in terms of my body just to try and get off that like dry, dead winter skin. And I always dry brush throughout the year. I just think that it's a really great thing to do to wake you up, to give your body a little extra circulation, your lymph nodes a little extra circulation. I've used this dry brush for years now, and I try and do it every time that I shower. And then I recently just got this, which was actually a recommendation from Rachel Talbot. I don't know if you guys watch her channel. She's been on YouTube for a very long time. She was like one of the first YouTubers that I watched on here. I just really liked her style of video, and I feel like she's always someone who has just like very kind, relaxed content, which is definitely something that I gravitate towards, especially in the beauty community. I feel like that's kind of getting lost, which is an unfortunate thing. But anyway, long story short, she recommended this for your back. So if you're someone who dry brushes, you know it's really hard to kind of get your back area yourself unless you have a dry brush with a really long handle, and even then it can be a little bit challenging and you're in very awkward angles. But with this, it has 2 handles and you can just kind of rub it back and forth up and down your body, and you get a really nice exfoliation that's still gentle, but you're able to get all those hard to reach spots. So I've been really enjoying this, and it makes my routine a lot quicker. And sometimes if I don't feel like doing the more time intensive dry brush, I'll just do this kind of back and forth on my legs a little bit, and I feel like I get a pretty good exfoliation. So really enjoying this so far. And then along the lines of body, I'm starting to test out SPFs again. I go pretty light on SPFs during the winter time. I know that there are many different camps when it comes to SPF, and I think you have to figure out, you know, what works best for your skin while also protecting yourself. So personally, during the winter time, I'm not as concerned about SPF, but certainly as spring and summer starts to come around, I really pay much more attention to it because I am super susceptible to like post-inflammatory scarring from breakouts. I get sunburned pretty easily. So I try and always be on top of it if I'm gonna be spending like an extended time period outside. And I wanted to try this new one. This is from La Roche-Posay. It's an SPF 50, which is a pretty high SPF. I usually only use like a 30 or 35, but I saw this at the drugstore and I wanted to try picking something up from the drugstore just because it's sometimes easier to get your hands on, and I was really hoping to find something that would just be quick to pick up whenever I needed it. This was quite expensive for a drugstore sunscreen. La Roche-Posay is a really wonderful brand, and I have a few products that I've really enjoyed from them. I don't know if this is one of them though. I find that it gives me a pretty heavy like gray or white cast on my skin, pretty zinky, and my skin almost gets this like purpley hue. When I just apply a small amount to the back of my hands, I feel like it rubs in beautifully and I don't get any of that. So when I first tested this, I thought it was going to be so perfect, but when I actually apply like, you know, a decent amount to my face to really get that protection, I definitely have a gray cast to my face. So this is not going to work for anyone with a darker skin tone. I can tell you that. If it's on my light skin showing up, then there's no way that this will work for deeper skin tones. I do find that about 20 minutes to a half hour after wearing this, I start to feel like it sinks into my skin and that it's a little bit less noticeable, but my makeup really doesn't lay very well on top of this. So I either have to go out with just this on and deal with the kind of like purpley weird hue that it gives my skin, or really use a different product. So personally, I'm gonna look into see if they have a tinted version of this. I'm still gonna use it up because I think it does give really good protection, and you know, I'm not seeing that many people these days, so it doesn't really matter if I have a little bit of a white cast. And then certainly I'll be using this on my body too because I don't really care about that. The one thing I will say about this is that the finish is extremely nice. So it says here it's a soft finish lotion, and I think that's definitely true. It doesn't mattify, but it kind of like helps to smooth the appearance of your skin, which I think in general mineral sunscreens tend to do. And then it really dries down. So I'm someone who tends to get oily in my T-zone and then on like the sides of my cheeks here. And I've noticed that when I'm wearing this, I actually really don't get oily. And you get kind of like a velvety, powdery finish to your face, which I actually think is very pretty. So I wish this didn't have quite as much of a white cast. I'm gonna look for a tinted version, but the formula is actually very comfortable and the finish is really beautiful. Next up is a new product for me, but I feel like it's kind of an ancient technology reinvented, and that is a French pin. So I don't know what got over me, but all of a sudden I decided I really wanted to try this, to use it instead of hair ties for a couple of reasons. One, because I feel like I go through so many hair ties, and it's just like one of those things that, you know, once it's done, you just toss it in the landfill, and that's kind of sad. And two, I just thought that hairpins are really beautiful. I actually have one in my hair today. You can't really tell because I'm just wearing a bun. I have the packet here. I actually got this at Target, and this is the Kristen S French pin, and they only had one shade, but I looked online afterwards and it looks like they have like black and I think one other shade, but I ended up getting the gold. They're supposed to be lightweight, comfortable, prevent creasing and breakage. I would say all those things are very true. I've actually really enjoyed using these and haven't picked up an elastic since. Now, obviously you're kind of limited in terms of what styles you can do with this. Most of them involve some sort of bun, so you're not going to be, you know, using these for ponytails or anything, but certainly I've reduced the amount of elastics that I've gone through, and it also means that I don't get any creasing in my hair, so I get this like really nice wave to my hair, and I can just wear my hair down after a day of wearing these. So I would highly recommend checking these out if you're interested. I just think hairpins are really beautiful. Maybe they'll make a comeback. I don't know, maybe they already are. But yeah, you can get like decorative ones, and yeah, I just think it's so pretty. I think it's like very chic and adds a little something special to a very ordinary hairstyle. Let me know your thoughts. Have you guys ever tried these giant pins? If you have, let me know if you have any good recommendations for some like cute decorative ones. Quick skincare product that I've been trying is this Keira Noni Glow face oil. This is one of Keira Organics hero products, and I actually got this. It was gifted to me in a detox box with their turmeric face mask, which I haven't had a chance to try yet, but I have been super curious about Keira Organics. I feel like it's a brand that not a lot of people talk about, and it's actually been around for a very, very long time, much before the whole like clean or green beauty thing became super popular. And this Noni Glow product is just supposed to be incredible for your skin in terms of brightening and smoothness. And you can see I've only used a very small amount, but I've been using it for about a month now, and it's a really nice lightweight oil. I use about 4 to 5 drops to cover kind of like my whole neck area, face area, and whatever's left over on my chest at night. And I just feel like it's such a nice lightweight oil that absorbs into your skin pretty quickly, but you still get this glow, like a very healthy glow from it. I actually apply this a lot underneath makeup. I just think that it helps makeup kind of glide over the top of it, and certainly if you have dry skin, it helps kind of protect your skin and have that barrier before applying makeup. The scent is really light and really wonderful, so I only have good things to say about this product. I think as far as face oils go, this is a really beautiful one, and I've really been enjoying using it. I'm curious to try more of their products. I'll keep you guys posted with my thoughts. My skincare routine is a bit all over the place right now because I finished up a lot of the Tracy Martin products that I had been trying, and so I'm starting to like reintroduce one product at a time, but this is one of the first products that I put in once I finished up the Tracy Martin moisturizer, and yeah, just really been enjoying it. The next product I actually just talked about over on Instagram, and I realized I hadn't talked about it over here yet, so I thought I would, but it's the new Keira Weiss brow gel. I think this actually already won an award, and I can see why. I have it in the shade medium brown, and I'm wearing it right now. I'll also play the little story that I posted over on Instagram here so you guys can see it in action, but it does such a good job of really naturally filling in your brows and giving them just more fullness, more volume, but without looking really heavy. I personally like to go through and brush with a little spoolie afterwards just to really separate the hairs. But what I think is especially impressive about this stuff is that it really sets. So you don't have to worry about the pigment moving around or you potentially smudging the pigment if you like run your hands through your brows or touch your eyes or whatever, which I'm constantly doing. And I just think it gives a really, like I said, a natural, beautiful fullness to your brows that's not too heavy. You can do it super light and just get a little bit of definition in your eyebrows, or you can really fill it in and you can almost get like a powder-like effect, filling in all the sparse areas what I tend to do is concentrate the first swipe towards like the middle of my brows where it's a little bit heavier, and then as the product is kind of leaving the brush, that's when I go into the front area of my brows because that's naturally sparse. And I feel like unless you want a clearly defined look, leaving kind of these inner corners as natural as possible and leaving little sparse areas actually helps the brow to keep a natural look to it. I'm using this really often. It's a great Zoom product to have on hand because it's a couple of swipes and then you're pretty much done and you get a lot more definition. So this has been something new that I've introduced to my routine. And like I said, if I feel like I go in too heavy, then I just take a little spoolie and I brush through and then I'm good to go. Okay, last product is the newest product that I've just started to try. And I just thought it was an interesting product that I would bring up and see what you guys think about it and what you think about this kind of product coming out. So this is a blue light filter mist from Ilia. So this is kind of like a setting spray. I actually used this today and I already have a couple of thoughts, which I'll share in just a second. Ilia Beauty was kind enough to gift this to me to try out. So this is kind of a makeup setting spray and skincare step. So you can apply this after makeup to set it, or you can apply this after skincare. It helps to balance oil, keep your skin hydrated, and then apparently it also helps to fight against blue light. It's something that we're all getting a lot of these days if you are working remotely and working on a computer for many, many hours a day. Even if you're in an office, you're staring at a computer a lot. So there's a lot of blue light coming your way, and I feel like it's something that's now become a bit of a buzzword, and I'm curious to know what other products are going to come out of this time period that sort of cater to this. I know that Dr. Barbara Sturm has like anti-pollution drops that are supposed to help protect you from blue light. So we're trending in that direction. And I was just curious what you guys thought. Initial thoughts on this is I do think it actually gives the skin a very pretty finish. I'm not crazy about the sprayer. So far when I've used it the few times, I felt like it sprays too much in an area. It doesn't like mist onto your face, and I get like a buildup of kind of like bubbles from the actual product. So it just doesn't feel like it's evenly distributed. And then the scent is actually very familiar. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it smells like another setting spray. I'll have to think about that one. But yeah, so anyway, just curious what you guys think of products like these coming out. Is this something that you would invest in? I'm planning to kind of keep this by my desk and spray it on throughout the day and see how my skin likes it. So I'll keep you guys posted on this one. Okay guys, so those are all of the products that I have been trying recently. Some, like you saw, I've been really enjoying. Others have not been my favorite. So I'd love to know kind of what you've been using, what new products you have your eye on. If there's something that came out that you want a full review on, make sure to let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a really wonderful rest of your day or night or whenever you're watching this. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing. It's a really great way to support creators, and I personally really appreciate it. So thank you for considering doing that. If you guys have any questions about the products that I talked about, just let me know in the comments down below. As always, I will have them linked in the description box. And I think that is everything. So I will talk to you guys very soon. Thank you again for watching. See you next week. Bye.